Hello, hello, this is Walter Barker. We're going to talk about the formula for wealth here, and let's get right to it. The formula for wealth is ISA:53. That's the plan, a very ancient plan. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the formula for wealth. Or first of all, we're going to talk about the formula for poverty. Picture a trash dumpster, a huge trash dumpster with an apple in one side of the trash dumpster, an apple, and a rotted puppy on this side, and a rusted, a very large apple here, and a rusted spoon, okay, a big rusted spoon. So here's the formula. A equals P equals AR, and this is very easy. Now, people reach age 65 flat broke. 98% of the people reach age 65 flat broke because they're following this formula. Now, here's what the formula is now that you get the picture. You got the apple, you got the puppy. The word poverty is stamped on the puppy, the word poverty, okay? The word accepted is stamped on the apple. And the word avoiding responsibility. So here's the formula for wealth. To be accepted by large numbers of people, your neighbors and your friends, you lead to poverty concepts. And of course, avoiding responsibility and going into debt to keep up with the Joneses and everything else. Living beyond your means and all kinds of stuff. Just like teenagers. They steal from their parents, and then they buy some cigarettes or drugs or something like that, have a good time with their friends. That leads to poverty concepts, which leads to avoiding responsibility. And it's a cycle that leads to trouble. Well, if they reach age 65 flat broke and then have to rely on the government for government support. Well, here's the formula for wealth. Like I said, ISA 53. The plan is R. Now there's a golden vault here. This is a picture from memory. There's a huge golden vault with a golden rug over there, a golden wig on this side, a golden wig, and a ruby red spoon. The formula is being rejected equals to wealth, equals to responsibility. And this is, of course, hard. John F. Kennedy said this way, we're not going to the moon because it's easy, we're going to the moon because it's hard. So, out of 300 people you talk to, you get rejected, 200 people are too busy to listen. 100 people will listen, 30 will be somewhat interested, 10 will want it, 10 will need it, but only 10 will have be thankful or the guts to do anything about it. But only 3 will want it, need it, and have the guts to do something about it. So, you have to get rejected 297 times to accumulate the wealth to get the responsibility, and the responsibility leads to even more rejection. When a person takes a promotion, they take on additional responsibilities, they get higher pay, and of course then they get rejected by the people that are working underneath them because they don't want to be subjected to them. Okay, so with responsibility comes wealth, comes responsibility. Now, this is called a fear line. A fear line. Now, on the process of doubling money in 31 days, normally you take the money, you make the money, and then you blow it. You go down to here. And then you make this money and blow it again. Make some money and blow it again. Make some money and blow it again. You'll never go over your fear line. And this is, a fear line is burn a hole in your pocket line. You burn the hole in your pocket, okay? And but if you started with a penny the first day and you just found a penny, guess what? You start a new company and you got hired by the boss. You divide yourself into 2 people. One's the employee and one's the boss. The boss is your last name, Mr. or Mrs., and your employee is your first name. And then what happens is the boss makes a plan to double a penny starting the first day, and your brain actually kicks in and will solve that. You go out and you find a penny, you put it in a box, you got 1 cent. Well, congratulations. you have just done something totally amazing. Did you know that 400,000 businesses start up and only 4,000 survive the first day? I mean, the first year. What happens is they spend so much money looking like a real business that it takes them 3 years just to break even. And they've got so much trouble and so much problems that they decided to give up on that. Okay. But what happened was, you found a penny. He who gathers wealth little by little watches it grow. 2 cents. Then it goes to 2 cents. And then it goes to 4 cents. And then it's 8 cents. You keep doubling the money. Then you go out and you accumulate 16 cents. Then 32 cents. By the end of the week, you have 64 cents. Okay, your profit has increased 640 times. Okay, then you keep going, and $1.28 and $2.56. Now the boss is paying you, made an agreement with you that on the 32nd day he's going to pay you. Now your boss, which is you, made an agreement you're going to $100 an hour for 24 hours a day. $100 an hour. That's $2,400 a day. Okay, well, what happens is on like the 23rd day, your business has accumulated $81,000 and he owes you $53,000. So you've actually made the company some profit. But by the end of the month, if you keep doubling your money, at the end of the month, you have $5.25 million on the 30th day. And you got plenty of resources to rent a jet or whatever, travel the country or hire some people. Then all of a sudden, you got 24 hours to make $10.5 million or double that to 10.5. Now what happens is quite simple. All you do is you take the 24 hours that you have on that last day and you divide it into 31 parts. That's like 46 minutes. So at the beginning of that last day, you have $5.25 million already because you've faithfully doubled every day. You got $5.25 million to use, but you go out on the first 46 minutes, you find the penny. The second 46 minutes, you find the 2 cents. The next 46 minutes, you have to have 4 cents additional assets. Then the next, you have 8 cents. And by the end of the day, you got the other $5.25 million to add to the 5.25. Then you got $10.5 million. It's kind of interesting there. Now, the only thing that would stop you is, let's say that you double 3,000 in one day. Let's say you 3,000 in one day that you doubled. And then all of a sudden, somebody got the hold of the money, maybe your better half, and said, oh, you can't use this to make another 6 because you might lose this. You know, you might lose this money. Of course, you can't have it. So you're attempting to double money, and then the resources are being taken away from you. Okay, so well, don't let that happen. This is the boss's money. This is not your money. The extra money is if you make more than the doubling of the 3,000, that's your bonus. So you get bonuses the entire time. So if you're looking for a quarter or the 64 cents and then you find $1 laying on the ground, well, guess what? That extra money is yours. So in your efforts of going out and generating. Now, here is the 4 steps of solving all problems, and this kicks your brain in because I'm not going to tell you how to do this. But if you take a pile of words, and then over here you got the pile of words, and you got a device, and you got a carry-out restaurant, and you got eyeballs. That's state the problem in your own words, devise a plan, carry out the plan, and then look back to see if you accomplished it. If not, the problem in your own words again. So give me a contact at wbprotime@gmail.com. Give me a call. And watch my other videos. Thank you very much. Have a great day.